I'm Shay Russell for mining.com.au, and joining me in the studio today is Executive Chairman of Terra Uranium, Andrew Vigar. Andrew, what a pleasure to see you in person for a change.
It's a pleasure to see you on the Gold Coast, Shay.
It is great to be up here. Fantastic weather, of course.
Magic.
Now, let's talk about a fantastic quarter that Terra Uranium has had. You just released your March quarterly update yesterday. Let's walk me through some of those exciting things the company's been up to.
It's been a very busy quarter for us. We've pegged some more ground in the Athabasca Basin, which, as we all know, is the premier province in the world, really, for high-grade uranium deposits. We have our own in-house team based in Saskatchewan, which allows us to identify tenements or areas that we think are interesting and actually put in the claims for them ourselves. It's quite an exciting process, I can assure you. It's one of those, you get it by 1 second or you don't at midnight sort of thing. We don't have them in Australia anymore. But we did manage to pick up 3 new projects, the Rapid River project, which is on the west of our Passfield Lake area, and 2 more further to the north. They're all new projects, so we'll be evaluating those over the remainder of the year. It did take us up to over 1,000 square kilometres of Athabasca. Our core projects are still at Passfield, Parker and Hawk Rock, and we're actively looking for partners for those to drill. So they're all drill-ready targets. Similar to what we've done with our new projects, we built those up from scratch. We identified the prospectivity of them, did airborne geophysics, did groundwork, did geochemistry, and also introduced ANT, which is ambient noise tomography, Australian method, into the Athabasca and proved it up. So we were the first ones in there. It's now been picked up by most of the players in the basin, and certainly our Passfield project is an ANT target ready for drilling. So we're out looking for that. But I guess the other big thing big piece of news for the quarter was that we're in advanced negotiations now. We've got a binding LOI. We were hoping to have the final agreement signed, but it looks like it's going to go over by a few weeks on the Ama River project, which is further to the north. So that's on the edge of the Thelon Basin, which is in Nunavut, a bit further north, right in the Arctic, but it's got an actual resource on it. So whereas most of our projects are advanced exploration in the Athabasca, this one's a project that's got a Canadian NI 43-101, not JORC, but Canadian resource of 15 million pounds of uranium, which is a significant jump for us.
I was hoping you'd mention that actually has a resource already on there. Now, first of all, we won't go into the minutiae of the difference of having the 3 people on the ground there, although that does sound like an exciting story to tell. What I'd like to know is what can we expect next? Because you've wrapped up a really busy quarter and you're now coming into the Canadian summer. So what are you guys going to be doing over the next 3 months?
Well, it's really interesting because some of the exploration work there is seasonal. So for instance, airborne ZTEM, which is your main conductivity geophysical method, is usually run in the summer because you need storm activity to drive that method. Same as the ANT, which is a method we introduced. That's also generally done in the summer because if it's all covered in snow and ice, you don't get connectivity into the ground. So we'll be doing surveys of both of those instruments over our new ground. At the same time, Ama Lake in the north, as it's in the Arctic, we'll be also doing groundwork on that in the summer because again, there's a lot of snow and ice cover in the winter. That said, you generally drill in the winter. So if you want to get the rigs turning, that's a winter program because it allows you to get across the lakes and the swamps and the other areas when they're frozen over. So we're looking to drill in the winter. So it'll be more geophysics and surface work and mapping in the summer and then into a drilling program in the winter.
Now, Andrew, this is why you're one of my favourite people to talk to because you just mentioned so many things I'd actually love to continue on talking about, just the difference of drilling in the winter versus the type of exploration that you do in the summer. But we are going to run out of time for that conversation today. But that's okay. You know I'd like to have you back to talk about them another time. Andrew, thank you for being here on mining.com.au in the studio.
It's a pleasure, Shay, and welcome to the Gold Coast.